Good morning, Federal Way. I want to thank you for being here on this beautiful, sunny Saturday morning for the 6th annual 2018 Break the Chains 5K. Federal Way, give yourselves a round of applause. This is an incredible event. Again, a record turnout because we are sending a message today. We are sending a message that human trafficking has no place in our community. We're sending a message that slavery and exploitation has no place in our community. I want to make sure you all know what you do here makes a difference. It makes a huge difference. And you're going to hear what the impact can be in a little while, but the money raised today all goes towards awareness and education of human trafficking prevention in the city of Federal Way. Everything raised here goes to educate our community on the dangers of modern-day slavery. So I want to invite our first speaker to the stage. It is Robert Beiser. He is the Executive Director of Seattle Against Slavery, which has recently merged with the Federal Way Coalition Against Trafficking.
I started doing the work of fighting local human trafficking almost 10 years ago, and not long after Seattle Against Slavery was founded, there was a group of folks in Federal Way who said, we don't want any person in our community being exploited. We need people to know that there is danger out there, that people are hurting other people and exploiting them, and we're going to put a stake in the ground. And the Federal Way Coalition Against Trafficking has been working for almost 8 years now to make sure that no one in this community is exploited, no one is taken advantage of, and the way that they do that is this event today. So thank you all for being here. Groups like Federal Way Coalition Against Trafficking has helped those youth connect with services, has helped people who have experienced trafficking get back on their feet, and you're going to hear some amazing stories today about people who have been through this life who now are helping others and making sure that we can say in our community no one is going to be exploited for labor or sex, that we will walk, we will raise money, we will speak out, we will connect with our elected officials, and we will say that this is a community that is free of human trafficking because you're here today. So thanks so much. Connect with any of the folks, come visit the table, and I'm so excited to hear from the other speakers.
You know, this turnout gets bigger and bigger every year, and it's a testament to the work that the Federal Way Coalition Against Trafficking does, and it really is a statement about this community. You know, when I was a King County prosecutor, I was so fortunate to work with Norm Malin, the legendary King County prosecutor, and he said that these crimes tear at the very fabric of our community. Today, we stitch that fabric up, and we move forward as a community to make sure that we heal these wounds up, shine a light on it, make sure that they do not continue, and that we as a community will not tolerate this kind of violence against our young and against the people that are the most vulnerable. Thank you so much for coming today, and have a great run.
Our next speaker is our current state representative for the 30th District. Mike Pellicciati was a King County prosecutor for several years before joining the legislature. And he has been a tireless backer of human trafficking legislation, not just at the legislative level, but also at the prosecutorial level. So please welcome Mike Pellicciati to the stage.
This is a critical moment to make sure we're providing the services for those women and girls, and some boys and men, who are getting out of the sex trade, right? So, yeah, this is a critical moment. It is happening right now. Get engaged with your social service organizations, get engaged with your churches, get engaged with your community organizations. Make sure that we're providing the services necessary so that people have a hand that will reach out to them, talk about other job opportunities, talk about drug treatment, talk about the services that need to be there, because that is happening right now as we deal with the demand, because otherwise, if we wait to provide that connection and those services, something's going to take the place of Backpage. Something's going to take the place of all on that demand side, and this is just a critical moment, and I am just inspired. Give yourselves one more round of applause, because this is what's going to change that. And I am so proud to stand along with all of you here as we move forward, and thank you all so much for being here. Let's go walk.
When we try to answer the questions of why or how victims become sexually exploited, we often look at their race, their social status, whether or not they are addicts, or whatever immediate reason we can think of, all the while forgetting that there is a serious root cause that has created all of this. It is time we as a community become more aware and accept that this is happening in our homes. Nine out of 10 victims of sexual exploitation are sexual abuse victims. As a young child, they are victimized and robbed of their innocence as well as their voice. They learn that they have no boundaries. They learn that they are objects of pleasure. They learn that they are valued based on their performance. As a society, we are failing to see that child sexual abuse is the most common way to groom a victim for commercial sexual exploitation. In many cases, the abusers are either protected or lightly punished. Justice will not be served until all of those who are unaffected are as outraged as those who are. Don't let those without a voice pass by without being heard. You are their voice. You are their change. My name is Jennifer Tucker, and I am an overcomer.